So you became a lawyer, and how do you like being a lawyer?
It's a little bit not what my personality is. I do like speaking, so when I'm in the courtroom arguing a position, I do find that really fun. That's probably when my being in court is the best part about being a lawyer. But there's so much stuff in between it that gets a little bit tedious, and I don't mean tedious. It's mentally tedious when I've had to write nasty letters to opposing counsel, and opposing counsel's written nasty letters to me. And when you come into work, and the first thing you see hot off the presses on your fax machine is someone telling you why you're a terrible person or you're going to lose or all these different things, it kind of rubs you the wrong way. So it's a little bit too adversarial. I think there's a great place, and I think the legal system in this country is amazing, especially in terms of the rest of the world, the freedoms that we have, and all these other kinds of things. But it's not where my heart lies.
So how did you come into this life coaching thing? How did you even come across it and start thinking about it and then do it?
I'm a high school basketball coach. So one time during the off season, actually it was not the off season, it was the playoffs. I went online and I was, wanted coaching strategies, because it was the playoffs. We actually went to the championship that year. Like, how do I become a better basketball coach? In Google, it was like, want to be a life coach? I'm like, life coach, what is that? And then I read an article and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And then again and again, and then I started interviewing life coaches, and they all, loved their jobs and they loved that they were helping people. And I was like, you can really talk through people, focus them on their specific goals and help them achieve them and be there with them, be their coach along the way. And you can get paid for it too. It was just an amazing sort of a prospect. It's kind of what I feel like I do with a lot of my friends as it is. And it's what I enjoy. You really get a buzz from helping a person when they have the breakthrough or they create a goal and they accomplish it. There's just an amazing energy that is just, much more of a positive energy as opposed to what I have been doing, which is the law.
So what do you have to go through to become an accredited life coach?
I went to IPEC coaching. It's a very good coaching program. They also they're accredited through the ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation. So there's no main governing body of coaching with laws or anything. But if there were to be one, it would be this ICF. It's the most respected. So I worked for a program. I went to IPEC coaching, which basically helps you get accredited through the ICF. And it was from August until March. There are classes, there's coaching, there are weekends, there's tests, all these different things. And you go through a certification, kind of like you go to school a little bit. And by March, I was a certified life coach. And it's been great. I have a piece of paper that says I'm a certified life coach. The truth is, any day, if anyone was really good at this, and some people who have been working in fields their whole lives could, and they really felt like they got a real buzz out of helping people accomplish their dreams, they could say that they're life coaches. I know there's some judges and some attorneys who are lawyer life coaches, and they have so many clients, they've never gone to a program or anything like that. So a lot of the certification for me was helping me, because I am a little bit younger than most of the people in the program, it was helping me really get my tools in order, so that I know different things, different ways to help people through different issues that they might be having. So that's why I went through the program. But really, anyone, you could be a blog coach. You might get a lot of clients actually. You could be a blog coach, and you can help people get through their mental blocks of blogging or all these different things that you might have gone through at a certain time.
So what gets you excited about coaching?
I think the excitement lies in it's the process. It's the process of being at a block, no matter what it is. If a person is at a career block, if a person is in a relationship sort of a block, and I don't provide any answers to any of my clients. That's not what I do. My job is to help uncover whatever it is a person might be holding back, or any blockages that a person might have towards getting the answer that is inside him or herself. So I ask questions, I go through exercises with the person, and it's very exciting that whole process is just so exciting. When I get off the phone with one of my clients and we've had this amazing breakthrough, or this person is now set for their week and it's going to be a great week, there's no better feeling in the world from my perspective, because I just get such a rise out of it. You know, you can feel the energy. You can feel, yes, this is going to be a good week. I'm going to take this week by the horns, and I'm going to, really, just experience and get through these amazing issues depending on the situation. I have clients who are currently in career crossroads, and they want to find ways to work through it. So when you get off that phone call and they have a plan for that week, and then even you talk to them next week, you're like, how did it go? And like, it went great. Or even if it didn't go great, you're like, okay, well, how can we explore that? How can we, make it great next week? When you constantly do that, it's just an amazing feeling. I get taken over, in a sense. And it just, it's like, this is why I do what I do. This is amazing.
Have you been able to apply any of the techniques you've learned in your coaching to yourself, and has it been helpful?
Yes. Well, with the sweepstakes, I employ visualization. I use that a lot. There are certain anchoring techniques which are helpful. That's actually a little bit getting into the NLP, but you can find ways to sort of, change your associations with things. And if you can get in there on the ground level and change your associations, then you can provide for a better experience. For example, I have someone who I help. This person was having a hard time with someone who they found a little bit difficult. And we realized that we got to a point where the person had associated that person's face with like negativity. So it was impossible to have a fruitful conversation with the person, even if my client was in the best mood possible, because the association to that person's face with negativity was so strong that it was almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. Anytime that she would talk to that person, there would be some sort of negative interaction. So what we worked on changing that person's face, trying to associate it with something positively. So I've done that myself. I've tried to associate certain things positively to try to bring them into my experience. Or what I would do is I would take, like I do this a lot when I go to LA and I go to the beach. I try to really get myself in that point so that if in the future I'm in some sort of stressful situation, all I have to do is touch whatever was the anchor that I created, and I'm at the beach, and I can sort of turn that into a positive situation. So I've used those kinds of techniques: visualization, anchoring. I mean, there's so many different kinds of techniques. I've written down things. I've used affirmations before. I've used meditations before. I mean, there's so many different tools that you learn, and I feel very blessed that I have them in my toolbox.